guys, welcome back. Today we are actually building in the Uberhood. Essentially the Goth home was not functional. I could not continue. I needed a functional house, especially as we're adding more and more people to the family. So I did base this home off of an image of I just searched Goth house, I'm not gonna lie. But about a quarter way through the build I was like, oh, I don't have the doors and windows I need, so I did have to close the game and reopen. So sorry if it's a little bit choppy, but I think it's okay. But yeah, I didn't have what I wanted or what I needed. And it's not like a perfect recreation, it's just like an inspired by. But I'm really happy with kind of the look. Because the Goth home needs to be iconic. It really does. So if I was going to tear down what was a really, really pretty like mansion-y build, then I needed to make sure that it met the standard. Also, I didn't realize there was a piece of fencing that was totally ruining that, but then I also realized I couldn't do that with like the house wall there, so I was like, no. No, goodbye, good day, farewell. I'm trying a new set of medications starting tomorrow and I'm very nervous about it. But I'm also excited because I'm just like, every time I'm like, okay, this is hopefully going to be the combo. I'll be done and I'll be back to the world. Because the latest stuff that I was on just made me really seem to lose focus, which is so bizarre because it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to activate your brain and make you more alert. But I have a unique brain and that's not what it decided to do. Which doesn't surprise me. I have always responded oddly to medication. Like, I remember when I was little, they'd be like, don't take Benadryl and go to school. And I was like, why? And they're like, because you'll be tired. And I was like, no. And I wouldn't be. I could take it and be just fine. Like, I've just always been unique with medications. But fingers crossed. I went and saw the doctor today, and she seems hopeful about this one. Although I have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to even get it because of my insurance, which is just so stupid. If your doctor tells you you should be able to take a medication, you should just be able to take a medication. And yes, I'm talking about medication instead of this roof line because it's a mess for a hot minute. Because it's like supposed to be flat, but then also pointy up, and just, yeah, it's a lot. I get there though, don't worry. I do get there, and it is a passable roof. I was forgetting. So the original image has like this wraparound porch, and I'm like, well, I don't have the room to do that. And I'm like, well, yeah, but in the original image, the part that I currently have like as an open gap by the stairs was filled in like above and below, and so you can do that with the roof. But it took me a minute to realize that. And I was like, oh, duh. It makes it so much nicer. But yeah, I think it's dumb that your insurance can go, actually, no, I don't think that you need that. And your doctor's like, haha, yes, this person does. And then they wonder why we have so many problems in America with mental health. I'm like, that's why, because they make it hard to be on meds. And then it's like, well, you want me on meds so that I don't, like, I don't know, be crazy and go talk in a street corner or whatever the heck I would do if I wasn't on meds. And at the same time, it's like, nah, but we don't want to pay for them. We just want you to magically have the right number of chemicals in your brain. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're just, can't you just have the right number of chemicals, but we're not going to give you anything to help you with that? That's what it feels like. That's why when everyone says, no, it's bad that we have to have like healthcare that they do like in Canada or the UK, and I'm just like, I'm sure some of it is bad, but it's not your insurance company going, actually no, I know this would improve your life remarkably, so like absolutely you should take it, but we're not going to pay for it. Like, that's absurd. As you can see, I'm struggling with the door because I did not realize, and then I see, I'm like, ah, dang it, there it is. I put fencing in a weird spot. I really like this door, but yeah, this is where I was like, I don't have any windows. Because I wanted them to be black, and in the end I actually don't go with black windows, but I get something that really fits the aesthetic of the home. And I might try recoloring this particular window to see if I can get it to be all black, because I think that it would just, that extra zhuzh that this build needs. I really wanted to use this window too, but it just, There was nowhere that it made sense. But yeah, like I was trying these aren't black, and then no, just was not the moment. I'm so excited to move the family in though, because I saved a lot of their stuff that was like important to me. So decorating will have to wait till I actually put the family in the house. This is actually going to be a two-parter, and I don't actually know if I'll film the second part. Yeah, this is where I had to actually go twice, because of course I did. And yeah, I might not film the other part. It's mostly just going to be the yard and putting in interior walls. But let me know if you guys are interested in that, because like I said, I don't have a queue right now, so like this is all not being recorded ahead of time. This is being recorded May 10th, and I think this is going to be posted May 11th or May 12th, so like pretty ahead of time. So let me know if you guys want to see the other half. I'll go ahead and record it, but I might not post it if there's not a lot of interest. And then I can actually play the rest of the household, which I desperately need to do. I desperately need to do a lot of things, but the lack of focus has been a problem. I can focus on like... Okay, no, I can't focus on things, but I can do tasks that don't require like a lot of thought. Like, I've been making a lot of pieces of clothing and lots of jewelry that's like technical, but for me it's kind of simple. I don't really have to think too much. Especially like dresses, if you're just following a pattern, like your brain is offline. Unless you were having to actively troubleshoot, and I'm not. I'm just making things that I already know how to make. Although I did have, my sewing machine was, I think the other day, it kept de-threading itself, and I was getting so frustrated, and I just couldn't focus enough to figure out what the problem was, and I still can't focus. I know that there's something wrong, and if I was in my complete focusy brain, like I would go, oh, duh, it's X or it's Y, but I just can't. I can't focus. And it's really showing, I think, when I stream and also when I'm making videos, like these voiceovers are really hard. Recording videos is hard, which is why I'm not, like, normally I have at least 3 videos ahead in a queue just so that I have a tiny bit of wiggle room. I can't do that. I'm literally recording the day that I normally post pictures, which is the day before a video goes up. And it's just, it's a lot, so I'm gonna stop whining though. I mean, I don't feel like I'm whining, I feel like I'm just talking about my life. I'm very sad about Joaquin Cormier dying. He rolled a random occurrence scenario. Actually, truth be told, him and Bert Trumbauer rolled that random occurrence scenario of death. I think I talked about this in Bert's video, and I had to pick one. Because I don't let myself veto all of them. Like, I have to keep some of them. But I'm still sad about it. I really did like him, but he was one of the Sims that was never, he was a knight, but he was never going to get married. Like, he was a romance sim. He had the lifetime want for the sports sports career, which to me is how I indicate if a knight is going to try to get married and become landed, or if they're just like, no, this is cool, this is my life, I'm staying here. Because those ones kind of, they're not loose ends, but they're sort of like my religious sims in a way, whereas they're not going to add to the next generation, which is great. I don't need more sims, but at the same time, it's sad, especially because he had the cutest ears. Like, he had great ears, and I think they could have been passed on, maybe in an accident somewhere. He could have gone to the brothel, he could have gone to a St. Persephone nun and just like donated his genetic profile, I don't know. Now I'm making it weird. So yeah, I did want to put a garage in here. I just felt like the house needed one. And we're gonna come to the plants soon, which I have a default for the plants, which I absolutely love, but at the same time, it does make doing very structured flower beds impossible. Impossible, like, because the mod makes it so they're not constrained to that little square, which I would really enjoy, but not in this context. This context was incredibly difficult for me, and I was not happy about it. But I think I got a good end result, which is all that really matters. I did a bunch of different types of flower beds. I wanted there to be a privacy fence because they're alongside a road. And then I didn't go all the way to the end of the lot because it was just unnecessary. But then I wanted to use kind of a cool fence to kind of block off the yard. I really like this Art Nouveau one, but I end up going with the black and silver Apartment Life one that's kind of pokey. I think it's pretty, and I really wanted to, so I put it in 2 spots. And now for the garden beds. I definitely wanted a lot of them. I just felt like it was necessary. Also, fun fact, the wallpaper at the very tops, like of the main house, where the gable is, that is based on the original Goth house in The Sims 2, because I wanted to give a little nod. So you can see I'm putting the flower beds. I didn't fill that other part, I just wanted to put a few here and there. And this was originally just supposed to be a filler floor, but I actually really liked it because it's the Goth family, it should be black. I wanted as much of the front to be as black as possible. I just wanted it to be dark, which I'm looking at that one center window and I don't know if I like it. I might swap it out at some point because I don't like that it looks lower than the other ones. It's kind of bothering me. I did put the electric boxes because, as I said, I've really been enjoying that in this neighborhood. Like, I just like that little extra detail. I was gonna put that box on the garage door. I was like, well, it's air conditioning. It needs to actually be attached to the house. So yeah, I'm gonna try to continue in new builds keeping that sort of aesthetic. Although I don't think I did that in the Burb home. I'll have to go back and add it. So yeah, I didn't finish up the yard in this video. I'm not done with it, but I also want to make sure that I get it queued up so that it comes out on time. I can't remember if it's tomorrow or the next day, but I'm pretty sure it's not tomorrow because tomorrow is Thursday and I stream. Yeah, it's Friday. Whatever. So yeah, here comes the great struggle with plants. They're so pretty though, like the unrestrained, like just flowers, like it's so pretty and it's way more realistic. But it's also just like not good for this really, really... Originally I wanted it to be an ornamental garden that's super regimented, super strict, but then I like that that didn't happen in a way because the Goth family is not like that. Cornelia Goth is like that, and so was her namesake, but the Goth family as we have it now, they're pretty unrestrained, they're pretty casual, so it's okay that it's not like the perfect garden that I was imagining. This spot where there's 2 was really difficult though, because like I didn't want it to be too samey. And I love these. I love how colorful they are. So yeah, that's basically what's going on in my life. I'm still enjoying having my giant dinosaur toy. It currently is on top of my giant dinosaur computer because of course it is. And Puppy is doing good. I'm surprised he's not crying. He started crying when I came home and I was like, I've been gone for 20 minutes. I played with you for 4 hours. You're okay. He's almost done with his worming regimen, which means I can finally introduce everybody. And then he's not banished to the bedroom. He'll be banished to a playpen for a bit because I'm just terrified that he's going to go down the stairs because he's so tiny. But he'll at least be right next to me all day for the foreseeable future, which I think will make him happy and everybody else moderately unhappy. But I don't care about that part. So I'll just be like, why? Why are we separate? And we're pretty much done here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It definitely does help. And I will see you in the next one.